Hey everybody, welcome to the Lost Wards of Myrwyyn. We are playing our Saturday night D&D game. We do play D&D 5 nights a week here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So please check out what we're doing. I have a couple of other streams during the day that are world building type streams. If you're interested in that, just look down below in the panels. You will see a schedule. Also, down in the panels, you will see a place where you can donate or be a part of the Patreon. All of my subscribers, my patrons, and those people who generously donate to the server, they are the ones who make this all possible. So thank you to all of you who have contributed in that regard. Donations are always appreciated, but never, ever, ever are they expected. Bookist, thank you for continuing to be a subscriber. Anyway, without further ado, I'll let the characters introduce themselves and give a quick rundown of where we're at.
Hi, hello, I'm Taylor, your neighborhood hexblade warlock.
Okay. Oh, there. The name is Rowan, and I am. The name is Rowan, and I'm our armor artificer. Try saying that 3 times fast.
Hoff?
Yes, well, I am Hoff Bellows. I'm a cleric of the light, Air Ganassi. Um, yeah, here to help. So second.
Yeah, second, go ahead and introduce yourself, your character, please.
Yeah, sorry everyone, can someone go before me? I gotta do something with
Second is our native necromancer and member of the crew of the Daring Grace, the airship that is here, stuck on this island. Last time we had left our crew, they had begun exploring Mythfont, the secret sanctum of the legendary wizard Myrwyyn. They had discovered that there were some Dwergar intruders in the halls of Mythfont, and they also discovered that traversing the place is not as easy as they had first anticipated. The doors seem to be connected to the various wards that are hidden around Oridon. They discovered some of the secrets of the place and activated at least one alarm in the meantime. Their true difficulty came when discovering that one of the hallways was blocked by a wall of living thorns and vines, which spewed toxic pollen and writhed with mouth-like thorns. And so when we last left them, they decided to head back to the ship and report what they had found, and determine what the next step in their travels would be. And so that's where all of you are at this point. Taylor, you have been working on the ship, helping with some of the repairs. It has been a very brief it's been a very brief day since the others left, and you see them returning as the sun sets.
Mm-hmm. So what'd you guys find?
A lot of big ouchies. That's what I'll say. And I point to Tektite's massively scarred body.
That's nothing. Just put some rocks in it. It'll be fine.
Right. Well, yeah, it was a big fight. We had some Dwergar to run over. They got real big, and we got rid of them.
I missed out on some fun, did I not?
Yeah, you missed up on a little bit of fun, but we did all right. Could have done better with you, but glad you're still all right.
For now. Be coming with you this time, hopefully. If you're going back, I assume.
Yeah, we're probably gonna go back tomorrow if that's all right with the captain.
Well,
Go ahead.
shall we see?
I think we should take a rest for the night first because I know I'm pretty beat up.
The first officer is on the pilot deck, looking over the work that has been done throughout the day, and Exo Leventree sees all of you come back aboard the ship, and he steps down onto the main deck and starts moving towards the group of you. When he gets to you, he looks at each of you and says, "So, you made it back in one piece. The captain will want to speak with you tonight, I'm sure."
Yeah, we made it back mostly in one piece. It's a dangerous area in there.
I see. Well, come. We don't want you to have to debrief multiple times. Why don't you come with us and we can sit down and discuss what the next plans are. And he kind of leads you all to the captain's dining hall, which you are by now very familiar with. And you guys are a bit of a mess, but you kind of take seats around the table, and the captain joins you after a few moments, and says, "Well, gentlemen, what have you found? Is it what we thought it was? How far?"
I don't know.
Go ahead.
No, you weren't done. I thought that pause meant you were done. So
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. How?
No, it's not. You always stop interrupting.
Yeah, we still have a little bit left of the question to go.
Yeah. How large is the place? What's inside? Is it a vault?
About, if I had to compare it to anything, yeah, it seems to be some sort of large base of some sort. We didn't get to see very much of it. We went through 3-4 rooms, and each step of the way was just deadly.
I think a better comparison in this case would honestly be how is best. A better comparison would be, I would say, would be essentially one of those, like a very, very large castle. So we could only explore 3 rooms in, and one of them was the gateway, and each room tried to kill us in its own clever and unique way. Not to mention one of the other rooms that only Tektite visited, it very possibly nearly killed him with an automaton, as it is. But one thing I'll warn you, and this is why I say how dangerous it is. One of the rooms we were in appeared to have an anti-magic field that essentially could be activated by a simple trigger, and those are not easy to make at all. I don't know. I think there might be a vault somewhere in there, but I don't think we've actually reached the vault yet.
I see.
In a way, it's a dungeon, if you can look at it in some ways.
Well, congratulations on being the first to enter into a place of legend.
Not the first captain, I'm afraid. There were some Dweger. Sorry, I'm thinking of the Norse myth right now. There were some Dweger who got there first and tried to kill us. We are not the first. Is it? Sorry, okay. You said Draugr from Norse mythology, okay? But Dweger, but whatever. At any rate, but they were there. They were there first, as is, and I very much. Okay, so we are not the first in the slightest. Sorry to tell you that. The other people have been there, were there before us, and there's probably other people looking through the wards as well.
I've got a feeling that these deep dwarves, these deep dwarves were probably there already, or had been maybe if this isn't a separate realm, maybe this place is somewhere hidden underneath the ground.
Thank you.
And they dug into it.
Maybe, but either way, I doubt Myrwyyn intended them to be part of his defenses.
Probably not.
Either way, though, either way, though, we're probably not the first. I mean, we can only get to 3 rooms. Chances are you have other people who are looking for them as well. Speaking of which, Captain, by any chance, do you have to have any weed killer or know a friendly neighborhood ghost?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Captain,
Weed killer or friendly neighborhood goat?
That's ghost killer or friendly neighborhood ghost.
Why? That's a very peculiar question, Mr. Rowan.
We'll be into some very peculiar man-eating vines.
Jesus, I thought you were talking about a banshee. You scared me.
A weed killer would take care of a banshee?
So I've got a question for both Rowan and Second.
Shoot.
So
yeah, what's up?
Do either of you know the spell knock?
Unfortunately, I do not. I did not learn that arcane spell.
I'll check. I don't think Rowan can get it though. I mean,
too bad.
remember, I get my spell list like a cleric does, where I pick them at the beginning of each day because for some reason rangers don't. Check one moment. Let me check. Knock is first level.
Knock is a 3rd level spell.
Oh, it's third level. I definitely
level.
have. Yeah, we're on level 4. I can't have it.
I believe it's a 3rd level spell. Actually, it may not be. It might be a 2nd level spell.
I thought it was 2nd level.
I think it is a 2nd level spell. Yep.
Okay, by the way, I don't access the 2nd level spells yet.
Oh, you're a half caster.
Correct. I think I'll get them sooner or later.
Yes.
I think
knock
only
is a
Bard,
2nd level
Sorcerers, and
spell. Bard, sorcerers, wizards get knock 2nd level.
Yeah. I think second you could learn. I think
you could.
I could, but unfortunately, I do not have a scroll of that spell or any
He
indication
doesn't
how
have
to
a
learn
way
it.
to learn it right now.
Were you able to bring anything back?
Yeah,
Yes,
pull up the
actually,
satchel.
a lot.
Okay.
He has a satchel?
Yeah, the satchel of scrolls I think we took from the Draugr. I just gonna call them Draugr.
Call it whatever you want. I don't care.
Deep dwarves.
Okay, well, anyway, we got the satchel of scrolls from the Draugr in the anti-magic field room.
Yeah, and then I have this mushroom, which, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Speaking of which, by any chance, what are the spells on the scrolls? Like, is one of them knock by some miracle?
I think the chance will be pretty low, honestly. It'll be too convenient. Come on, there's like so many spells. And
That'd be
just
very nice, though.
Yeah, but too convenient. I'm sorry, but the chances of that are like so low.
All right. Well, actually, I'm gonna have you roll random scrolls. So.
Oh, okay, cool.
Random knock. Random
Yeah.
knock.
Random knock. Random knock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's see. I will have you roll in a second. Let me just pull up. Let's just pull this up. Pull up my table.
Do I roll a d20?
Wait for him to tell you. He's still pulling up tables.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
It's cool. It's cool. You guys are getting magic items. It's exciting. I get it. Everybody wants to roll on random tables. It's magic item tables. Who doesn't want to do that?
I'm solved. I just want to see what a crit is.
Okay.
It's a crit. It's wish.
How? That's just me. I like chaos.
Dio jumped in the chat and asked what she missed so far, and I said everyone died, and somebody said that was a very Dungeon Master thing to say, and somebody else mentioned that your airship did crash, so it could have happened, and I said that this is actually Lost, the D&D game. You all died in the airship crash, and now you're stuck on this island in the middle of the ocean, going down into a hatch using a magical code.
Hold up, I didn't sign up for this.
All right. Random treasures. I haven't rolled on a random treasure table in a while. I enjoy that. Let's see. You actually what?
I actually forget how many scrolls there were. I don't think we ever counted.
You didn't.
No, just a bag of scrolls, I think.
Yeah, you just grabbed it. You were kind of afraid to grab it anyway, so...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, stop. Come on. All right. Give me a... sorry for the delay. Give me a D... why did you do this? Why did you do this? I was where I need to be. Okay. Go ahead and roll a D100.
The perfect number.
3.
All right.
Okay, the bag explodes.
Yes. The
Fireball.
explodes.
Wait, really?
No.
I rolled a 3.
no.
That was a joke.
Hold on, I need to take notes while I'm having you roll this. All right. Okay. I'm gonna have you roll. Roll D100, or you know what? Roll. Roll D100. We're gonna do. Uh, 5 times. I need 5.
Okay,
I need 5 D100 rolls.
Okay.
Do you want to do it all together or just once every time?
I mean, why don't each of you roll once? That'll be the easiest way to handle it.
D100, huh?
Yep.
I think
Right,
you
you
do.
want
I think
to roll on this.
Huh. So 23, 4, 50.
Got a 3 and a 4.
We've got a 50, a 23, and a 4. I think we need...
Rowan rolled a 3 before.
Oh, did I miss that?
It's just above
It was the
seconds.
first.
Okay. Okay. All right. You have a wow. All right.
Did we actually get knock?
um, there's a scroll. There's a scroll of comprehend language. Scroll
nice.
of silent image.
Okay.
There's a scroll of fabricate.
That's nice.
And a scroll of command.
Of command?
Yeah.
That's a neat one for it to be a scroller.
And a scroll of knock.
You're kidding me.
You're joking.
Nah,
You're
he throws the
joking.
phone.
Okay. Did we seriously roll for knock?
What?
Did we seriously roll
Did
for
we
knock?
seriously roll knock?
You rolled a second level spell scroll, so I decided to give you guys knock. I took all the leveled spell scrolls that you had, and I generated a random list on Donjon using the
Oh, that's nice.
the spell levels you're supposed to get, and yes, knock came up as the second level spell. So
That's amazing.
congratulations, you got lucky.
Hooray!
Nice.
Hooray! Convenience.
And now we provide to blow down all of your doors. I'm sorry, Mark.
Maybe, maybe not.
There's a few I'm sure we can't because arcane locks.
Just
Maybe
remember.
all can.
Yes, I was gonna say, just remember, anything that's magically locked, knock will suppress the magical lock for a number of minutes, but it suppresses it, right? So that means that after a certain amount of time, the magical lock comes back up. Just to remind you that knock has some limitations, right?
Yes.
As well as the fact that when you cast the knock spell, it makes a loud noise that can be heard up to 300 feet away. So,
Okay. Who wants what scroll now? So I could, so we can add them to our inventories. Yes.
I'm fine without getting any of your scrolls. You guys can keep all of your scrolls.
The captain
concerned.
The captain asks, "Who can make best use of these, and are we able to duplicate them?"
I think with some difficulty, Saturn or a second should be able to duplicate or make use of these.
I am an artificer. Technically, magic items are, well, I can they sell them probably, but maybe it's.
I'm not sure as to how far I can go duplicating them, but yes, I can learn them. But there are some spells that I believe would be in better use in Rowan's or Hoff's hands. Not all of them are very useful to me. So, if I think it would be fair for us to distribute the spells among each other. Specifically knock, since it is a wizard spell and neither of you could learn it, I believe I should take that one.
For sure.
Agreed.
If any of you need silent image or command, especially command, I don't believe I'll have the best use of that spell. One of you could definitely have it.
It does stand. I don't know any of them at present.
Just a reminder that the only, according to those of you who can't have the spell on your spell list, whether it's a higher level than you can cast or not, you are the only ones who can utilize those spell scrolls. So if it's a spell that's not on your on the spell list that you have access to, you can't even read the scroll.
Yes, I'd be the only one that can use command then.
Okay.
That is correct. Yeah. So, Hoff, you definitely take the command spell. I don't really need silent image. Does anybody need silent image? Like Hoff, do you have one, or would you like it?
I can't use silent image, so I can't.
I'll get access to.
I'm sorry? Access to what?
Nothing else. Nothing else wrong. Said the wrong thing. Continue.
Okay. The captain then says, "Can you explore further than you did?"
I believe
Yeah.
the new spell we have, we probably could. We could
Actually,
try.
by the way, if you had, just a quick question. Mark, you said only spells we have access to, right? As in, if we don't have access to it yet, we will later on. Well, we can't read it yet.
You can, as long as it's on your list. As long as it's on your spell list, regardless of whether you can cast it yet or not, you can read the spell scroll. As long as it's on your class's spell list, I should say. So if it's if it is an artificer spell, you can read it and cast it. If it is a spell that is above a spell level that you can cast, you may attempt to cast it using the scroll, but you'll have to make an Arcana check to see if it succeeds. Okay?
Yep.
Does that help? Does that clarify it?
It does. Thank you. I mean,
No
I guess I
problem.
can read Fabricate then, since that's on my spell list at some point.
Right. So you could probably read Fabricate. And Avernicus, being an artificer as well, could cast Fabricate without having to roll for it. So,
Yep.
yeah. Okay. So that's what's in there. There are other scrolls in there, but they're not arcane. There's a lot of scrolls on like the history of the Valkyrian Empire. It looks like, from the look of it, it looks as though these Duergar just shoved a bunch of scrolls that they found in a bag without opening them. Many of them were still like rolled up or sealed and tied, things like that, or in scroll cases. So there are many things in there that are historical documents about the history of the Valkyrian emperors.
That's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind taking a look at those, getting some training on knowledge.
All right, well, I say that you should secure them in your medical bay with the other documents that you have been given charge of. Would that be fair?
Yeah, for sure.
For now, you seem like you all need rest. I would like Tektite to stay on the ship tomorrow to help with repairs to the command deck, and I believe that he could help with some navigational measurements as we prepare to move the ship. However, Mr. Reed has informed me that there has been good progress on the repairs to the rigging, and so I think that it would be best if Taylor went with you this time, especially if things are of an arcane nature, as you say. Miss Taylor, I believe that you have some knowledge of such things, yes?
I'm okay with it. Not as good as the wizard, though.
Still, I think that the four of you would be very helpful in discovering what else we can learn. If you believe there's more to explore, then I will have you get to it first thing in the morning and report back. Once again, I think it best that you report back in the evening to see what progress we have made on the ship, if you can. If with this, you say this scroll here, Fabricate, that's something that you as an artificer can use, Mr. Rowan?
That is, yes.
Would it help in repairing the ship?
I think if you want to repair the ship, it's better to give it to Avernicus then, because for me, I'm still. The fact is, I didn't finish all my lessons. Avernicus, I think, has been more experienced on the matter.
Indeed, but you do believe that this would be helpful in that endeavor.
It would be extremely helpful. Do you know what Fabricate does, or do you want me to explain it?
I will pass it along to my uncle. I believe that he would know what to do with it.
He would.
Then we shall utilize this, and again, I'll have you set out in the morning, return to this sanctum that you have found, and if you do not return by the time the ship is repaired, we will have no choice but to ship out without you. But I do not think that that will be in a day nor two, even with the help of this spell, though I'm not quite sure how much help it will be. Get some rest, lady and gentlemen. Thank you for your efforts. I believe we are on the right track.
I hope so.
I'm sorry?
Said I hope so.
As do I. Oh, let me ask you again. You said there were doors you could not enter. I'm just going to make the assumption that you guys basically lay out everything you found.
Yeah, we gave her an idea of everything that we went through.
Okay.
The rundown.
Yeah. You say that there were doors that matched the inscription upon the temple, and doors that did not. Is that correct?
Yes.
Legend tells of multiple wards around all of Orden. Do you believe that opening the other wards will make our endeavors to delve into this place simpler?
There's a good chance of that if the place is probably big enough as is. I think eventually we'll be able to get from one end of the works to the other if we can find everything. If we can probably solve a way through that. It's likely good. The current suspicion is that it's probably full of traps, defenses of its own. But presumably it's all still one location. Is what my memory is correct. There's not multiple vaults.
So one vault with many entrances.
Essentially, yes. Like I said, a small city is the best comparison I can think of. Usually there's more than one way to get into a city.
Then our mission stands as it was. We search for the wards. Alright. Tomorrow you will venture back in. Return with what information you can. Hopefully you will be able to continue to find ways of delving in as far as you can go while we are here. Once we can get off this godforsaken island, we can find the other wards, and perhaps open other doorways that will provide us with more information than what we have now. The goal is to gather what we can and bring it to the Queen. I believe there are dark days ahead for Orden. I believe we have an opportunity here to prepare for those dark days. At least, that's what the Queen's mind is as of now. She stands up. The expectation is that all of you would stand up as she does. And she says, "Good night, lady, gentlemen. Get rest. Good luck." And she heads out of the room.
And I have one question for one of our other players here. Rowan, hey.
Yeah.
So I've got the scale mail here, and it's not quite sized for me. It was on one of them dwarves there. I was wondering if you could resize it for me.
I take a look at this. Okay. I take a look and say, okay, I probably could. Let's see. Probably. Do you have an extra foot of steel or iron?
I've got a whole bunch of pittons that we could.
Do you have an extra 20 pounds of them?
I have 2.25 pounds.
I'm sorry, but unless you, no matter how much I might want to, I can't create metal from nothing. If it was too big for you, I could easily shrink it down. But I need to make this bigger, and I kind of need extra material. I need additional raw material for that.
I will say that the armor is also too wide for Hoff, so it may be shorter, but it's also wider. However, I think you're right. I think you would need a little more material to. Right now, Hoff, he could probably make it into a scale shirt, which wouldn't really make much difference to what you have at the moment. But if you can, if you can find like a sword that you could melt down, you could probably
Or a second
use that.
set of scale mail.
Or a second set of scale mail. You could probably do it.
Okay.
And there's definitely a second set of scale mail down there. So
Yeah. I'll just start gathering it up next time we come by, then fold it over my thing and start whistling. You know, it's like being in retail all over again.
I want to hold my my silver bowl really tight.
I joke. I like to imagine the idea that Taylor actually worked in retail at some point in his life with a medieval equivalent. Is there an equivalent to that in your world, actually? Just curious.
Sure, there are things.
Like clothes stores. It'd be like, yeah, a clothes store.
Yeah, like bakeries and stuff.
I joke, but I find it funny that a warlock would be working in a normal store like that. It's just, to me, it just feels kind of funny. You know what I mean?
Well, it's a warlock. You never know what they're gonna do. Maybe just the person who makes your bread in the morning could be a warlock. Who knows?
Yeah.
Like I said, just like you don't really think of, though. You know what I mean? Like, I traded my soul for power. Now to make some bread in the morning.
I traded my soul to become the best chef ever to be known.
Gnome Depot.
Gnome Depot! Oh my gosh!
Oh my god.
You gotta make that a place.
All right,
Yeah,
guys.
Gnome Depot is now canon. I don't care about the DM. Gnome Depot is now canon.
All right, guys. You guys get a long rest and prepare to head out the next day. I don't think it's necessary to determine travel to and from the site because you've made that trip 3 or 4 times now. And so the next morning you prepare to head back to the gateway, bringing Taylor with you this time.
I'm going to be before I forget second. Did you copy the knock spell into your spell book by any chance?
Yes, I have so far.
Okay, so yeah, you would have done that during your long rest.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Did he have the material to do
Yeah,
that?
that's what I was going to ask.
I do believe I do have a scroll. Let's see. Let me check. I don't have the money, I think. Yeah, I don't have the currency for that, I think. Don't she like 50 gold pieces, correct?
Well, in
like
inks,
inks, yeah.
you'd need ink and paper.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
need...
I have that. Yeah, I have the scholar's backpack.
Okay.
It's a adventure gear, yeah. Common adventure gear, so yeah, as long as so that should work, I think.
So scrolls. Or actually, I need to look up spell books. Sorry for all the looking things up right now.
Don't worry about it. You probably did not expect us to get a knock randomly.
Yeah.
To be fair, we didn't expect it either.
Hey, happy accidents, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Well, we're probably going to be eaten by the Tarrasque, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's in there. I mean, I don't know. Sorry.
If it's not in there, I'd be disappointed.
Yes. If Myrwyyn himself hadn't learned how to capture and contain a Tarrasque, he's just not good enough. Yep.
He's not as much of a legend as what he's hyped up to be.
One of these days
When you
we're gonna
find a
get
wizard
deep
spell
in.
of first level or higher, you can add it to your spell book if it is of the spell level. If it is of a spell level you can prepare, and if you can spare the time to decipher and copy it. Copying that spell into your spell book involves reproducing the basic form of the spell, deciphering the unique system of notation used by the wizard who wrote it. You must practice the spell until you understand the sounds or gestures required, then transcribe it. For each level of the spell, the process takes 2 hours and costs 50 gold. So it's a second level spell, so it would take 4 hours and 100 gold.
Jeez.
So the cost represents material components you expend as you experiment with the spell to master it, as well as the fine inks you need to record it. Once you have spent this time and money, you can prepare the spell just like your other spells. So yeah, you'll need about 4 hours to copy it into your spell book and 100 gold.
I have the time. I just don't have the money.
Okay, so right now you just have a spell scroll of knock. You don't have you have not transcribed it into your spell book then.
No, sir.
Okay,
I
that's
guess
fine.
I do not. I do not. Yeah.
All right.
Unfortunately, 100 gold. Anybody have that on them? I could pay you back. I think at a later date for sure.
We could work together to put together 100 gold. I'm sure between us all, we probably have over 100 gold, but
Oh,
at this exact moment, no.
Do we? Because I only have like 20, I think. What do you guys
Well,
have?
I think you also got 10 at some point from the dwarves or something.
I've got 36 right now.
Dang. Okay.
Oh, I didn't realize this. I just have a random beer.
Okay. We also have the gemstones that are currently worth 40, I believe, if my memory is correct.
Yeah, you have a bunch of gemstones on you.
Right, they're worth a total of 40. I think I couldn't find a way to mark them in the Beyond sheet to just put them as platinum pieces so I can anything else or better put them in right now.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I put them in as just a custom equipment that says 10 gold pieces on uncut gems.
Right. I just put them. I couldn't, so I just put in.
There were 40. I think you split them 4 ways while you were down there. So
with Tektite.
Okay.
I'd give you a little bit of gold. I have quite a bit.
So you guys travel that morning. The morning is bright, sunny. It is truly the time of the Feast of Lights. You get to the gateway, the door, that lets you into Mythfont.
And like how late last night had it stayed bright?
Not. I mean, so the solstice was at this point a couple of days earlier, right? Actually,
Yep.
a little bit earlier, because you traveled back to the ship and whatnot. So, I mean, it probably stays lit and light until like 8-ish at night. You know what I mean? Like starts getting dusky. Actually have to. You guys waited for the full moon, and then 2.5 days of travel, a third day of exploration. So this is going to be the last day of the Festival of Lights. This is the 6th.
Okay. Yeah.
The 6th of Hexen. But yeah, the days are long, man. They're very long. It's summer.
Yeah, it is. The hot summer on an island, tropical island.
Well, it's not quite tropical. It's forested, but it is beautiful.
Beautiful deciduous island.
Yes. And here you are at the gate. Taylor, it looks like the stone archway you had found earlier. Until one of your fellows approaches it and keys the runes that open the doorway to Mythfont. You see the swirling energy that gathers in the center of the archway and solidifies into a door. Into a doorway, a magical portal. And you step through it, and you find yourself in the room that Hoff had described. There's a... you walk out of a identical stone archway on a dais in the middle of a room. The archway, as you turn and look around the room, you find that a huge statue of Vidian stands over the archway, holding it with one hand and holding a full moon in the other. You see the water that he had described to you, just a thin circle of clear, cool water that surrounds the dais. Easy to step over. But inside the cool water are carvings, little depictions of each of the phases of the moon. Ahead of you is a door, and the door is marked with 4 phases of the moon. The crescent moon, the most prominent among them, carved much larger than the other 3 phases that are present, and like prominently displayed at the top of the phases. There are 2 other doors in the room, one showing a full moon directly to your left, and another showing the full moon directly on the other side of the statue. And so you find yourself once again in the sanctum, the arcane sanctum of a long lost, legendary Lord of Magic.
All right, I think first and foremost, let's get some detect magic going here. Lucas, you wanna, me and you ritually cast detect magic together so we can both detect at the same time?
Probably a good idea. Okay. 10 minutes later.
10 minutes later, after me and Bookus sit in the corner head to head, like foreheads touching each other while we ritually cast detect magic together.
We're having a staring
I
contest.
want to, while they're doing that, I want to get a real good close up on the statue
Okay.
and up on this dais to see if there's any types of like mechanisms.
Give me an investigation roll.
Okay. These are always great for me. Not terrible, I guess.
No, not terrible. You explore the statue. You kind of give a quick climb up to the top of it, and search around, looking for any way of anything hidden about it, any mechanisms or levers or anything that'll move or activate. And you find that it is a solid stone statue devoid of any of those things.
Okay. No, I'm gonna try my hardest real quick. If I try to like turn this dais at all, will it move at all?
No,
Getting out
and
there.
it's
Will not
pretty
give away.
large. It's pretty large.
Like I don't feel any give at all.
No, there's no give at all.
Okay, that's what I'm looking.
Yep, no problem.
Makes me feel better. We know it's not magical since I used detect magic last time.
Correct.
It's just naturally heavy.
The only thing that's magical is the gateway and the 3 doors that are in the room.
Doesn't need to be magical to be a mechanism.
That's also true.
All right.
Alright, what?
So, me and Rowan sat and cast detect magic together, and while you guys are checking this out, that's very nice.
Alright.
Which way should we go next?
Is there any new magic in the room?
Nothing new. It is the same as you had left it. The doors each have an abjuration aura over them. Or I should say, the crescent door has an abjuration aura over it. The other 2 doors do not.
Okay. Also, I motioned to Taylor, but to the other room, if he wants to get a second set of scale mail, provided no one's taken, it's probably in there.
Well, you guys are doing your fancy schmancy detect magic. I'm gonna go ahead and grab you another set of scale mail. I'll be right back.
You're grabbing me one, or are you grabbing yourself one?
I don't need one. I got a good start at the armor. I'm fine.
Sweet, thanks, man.
Should we further investigate the rooms that we saw last time? There's much we did not see.
We were pretty thorough in those rooms last time, if my memory is correct. We were pretty thorough in both, though. And I don't think we really have a way to get around Senior Evil plants.
No, what I mean is that there were still underground dungeons in those two rooms. The first room and the second room both had underground, had a dungeon below them, and I believe we could try investigating them.
I know you want to go down there, but I'm getting bad vibes, bad juju vibes from the one in the first room.
The second one we know is bad because we think Tech Titan nearly got killed by an automaton, if my memory is correct.
No, he didn't get nearly killed by an automaton. He got stuck behind an invisible wall.
Yeah,
right. But did you say an automaton was coming out or something? Or
I said that an automaton came out of one of the walls, turned in like one of the walls. It like two stone panels of the wall kind of detached themselves from the wall and came to the sides and were the arms of a large automaton that stepped out, or an automaton as big as he was that stepped out of the wall and began to patrol that corridor that he was trapped in. But he himself was trapped behind a wall of invisible force. Inside like what he had described as a large trophy case.
Okay.
And Taylor, as you enter the room where the bodies of the Dwergar are, I need you to make a D20 roll for me.
Huh?
Oh,
Okay.
crap.
Okay, thank you. You step into the room, and there are three Dwergar. There are four Dwergar bodies. There are four Dwergar bodies lying dead in the room, and the room is. You have dark vision, right? You're an elf, so you have dark vision.
I have.
Oh, okay. Do you have Devil's Sight?
Yeah. Darkness doesn't exist.
Darkness doesn't exist. Yes.
For 120
to a range of 120 feet.
Right.
Right. Okay, you have that. I have my goggles. It worked.
So yeah, I'm gonna. What kind of weapons I got on?
They are carrying. Okay.
I think it was war picks.
Yeah. There are two Dwergar carrying like sharpened stone short swords. And then there are two carrying war picks.
Interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and take the scale mail one set off of them for Hall.
Okay.
And are they wearing any kind of jewelry or anything?
Are they wearing any kind of jewelry?
Yes.
Yeah, they would definitely be wearing like iron jewelry, and the two that are carrying the short swords have they have probably some like silver and gold earrings, things like that.
Okay, I'm not gonna go to rip off earrings from their corpses, but if they have any rings and stuff, I'll take it.
Sure. Just roll a d6.
Okay.
if they do have some platinum earrings,
Great. You get 6. You get 6 common like gold pieces of jewelry, just like rings and stuff, gold and silver ones. I'll give you an amount that you could probably get off of those at some point, but for now, just note those on your character sheet. Additionally, the ones that have the stone, they're all carrying shields on them as well, and the ones that have the stone short swords were wearing chainmail on them.
Okay. I'm gonna look back in the room. Does anybody need a shield?
I hold up my shield. No, I'm good.
Holds
Okay.
up my shield while staring at second. I'm good.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I cannot use one, but I would be in need of one. Unfortunately, I can't use it though. I do have something in mind. I have decided to go down to the basement and see what kind of mysteries there are down there. Last time, Rowan, you offered to use Featherfall to help me. Could you help me this time?
I think he said that like the first 10 feet was free, so you don't need.
Yeah,
Oh.
you can lower yourself down and just drop.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, for the record, I do have I had it prepared just in case because I played D&D before, and so yeah, since we're coming back here, it's still prepared today.
Okay. Before going down, second will cast Mage Armor because he is still trying to be cautious.
Sure.
And he will jump down.
Wait, it's been 10 minutes. We have Detect Magic active. Has it been 10 minutes?
No, it hasn't been 10 minutes.
Oh, so we haven't finished casting Detect Magic.
Oh, no,
before
it
you
has
jump down there.
been 10 minutes. Yes, it's been 10 minutes. I apologize. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
Yeah, the amount of time it took Taylor to kind of explore the statue would have taken you to also cast Detect Magic. So you have Detect Magic open, and the same stuff that you saw last time magically is still active. All right. In the meantime, second, you drop down into the lower level.
Mm-hmm. I do have dark vision, so
Okay.
can I just stand where I am and just try to look around?
Sure.
See for any clues of danger?
So when you look down there is there's those stacks of scroll shelves, and you hop down, and you see that as soon as you hop down, you hear a little bell tinkle.
I freaking told you guys.
Oh yeah, the alarm.
Oh
That's
no!
an alarm.
Look what you did.
And you see that there are these stone metal creatures with like slabs of stone attached to their arms patrolling this area. Do you want to make a stealth roll to try and stay kind of out of sight when you jump down, or are you just kind of looking?
Yes,
around?
please.
All right,
Yes,
go ahead.
yes, please. That is not good.
Nope, don't worry. They can have a passive perception of 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Look, try and be positive, okay?
Listen, I'm still gonna take my chance. Can I do an investigation check for anything like any switches in the room that I can see? Any switches or buttons?
Sure. You look around for switches and buttons in this room below, and what you see is no, you don't find any switches or buttons. You find that there is a let me draw a map of the room that you're in down in the lower corner here, real quick.
If worse comes to worse, I hope my teammates will have my back when finding things. I
Man, you
hope.
jumped yourself into this mess.
I hate to be honest here, but you jumped
mean,
yourself into a hole without consulting any.
I asked you for help, and I said, "Hey, I'm going down there. Maybe you can help me out, you know." And then like, I realized I don't need help. So like,
If he makes a sound, can I do something?
We'll just cast silence on him.
oh,
No.
What, you want help? No, silence. Be quiet.
I could lower my hemp rope against down to try and see if you can climb back up.
dude, silence is probably like every serial killer's like just dream spell. Just like in any situation, I don't know.
Or a
Okay.
mage killer's situation.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm moving you to where you are right now. Okay.
All right,
Um,
let me move myself down. There we go.
yeah, you're here. Okay.
Uh-huh.
There's the so where you're standing is right where that that hole is. Okay. So this is oh no, that's not what I want to do. Oh, that's not it either. Stop it. Oh my god, I'm terrible at this.
You incinerated me.
Yes,
No.
I did.
Well, hope you had your backup character ready.
Yeah.
Oh, there I am.
You're there. I'm not all here. Apparently I'm not on my A game today. Okay. So you drop down here into this room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There seems to be a thick let's see. There is a thick stone and metal slab right here along this wall.
Okay.
Okay. In the room, there's also the scroll rack that you saw over here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Along this wall.
Anything else, or is everything else just like the guards walking around and protecting the
There
place?
are the scroll case here seems to be in one of those little alcoves, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of those little alcoves that Tektite got himself trapped in. And yeah, there's a creature in here as well. I am gonna sneeze again. I'm so sorry.
If worse does come to worse, I still hope that my teammates have my back.
Oh, well, you'll have to wait and see what happens.
Well, if he did make a noise, I did say I want to do something.
Yeah, yeah, he kind of drops down in there, and the alarm goes off, and he stumbles a bit. You can hear him stumbling about down there.
Okay, cool. I can do this.
What were you rolling, by the way, Taylor?
This is for my Dark Shard Amulet.
I'm sorry, what does that do again?
I can cast any Warlock cantrip as long as I roll a 10 or above.
Nice.
So I'm going to use Minor Illusion.
Okay.
Like, right in front of him. I'm going to try to make it look like a wall behind him.
Okay, cool. You make it appear as the wall behind him. You guys see, second, you see this stone-armed automaton that is patrolling this room.
Mm-hmm.
It patrols through this room, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then walks through the door at the far side. In this room are several scroll racks, as I had said, just like that, just like the one you see here. Um, they're like the wall is lined with them every few feet.
Okay. Let's see. Um. So there's a few scroll racks, as you say.
Yep.
Okay.
And there's also like a few pedestals in the center of the room that hold like busts and vases, things like that, in the middle of the room.
Hmm.
I whisper down to him, and I'm just as a reminder, touch nothing.
Boring.
I say, don't worry, I won't. And I lie. So let's see. You said there was only one of the iron guards, or is there a few of them?
There's just the one, and it like had after you set off the alarm, it had like pulled out of this, out of like the wall here. It like
Mm-hmm.
separated from the wall as if it was part of the wall, and then it began patrolling down this way.
Okay.
And turned around up like it started patrolling, and just as Taylor cast his minor illusion on you to make you look like the wall, it like walked past you and down around and out this door here.
I breathe a sigh of relief and I thank Taylor. I think he
Yep.
saved my life. Um, I second thinks it's the best course of action to find a way to get out of this situation. So, for now, I will cast invisibility, and I will concentrate on that spell,
Sure,
so I can safe to walk around in that room. Um,
good call.
yeah.
You have it for an
Uh,
hour.
okay, perfect. I first things first. I see the only thing that's different in the room is this iron wall of slab, as you said.
Yep.
I will try to investigate it from a fair distance, maybe somewhere over here.
Sure.
So do you want to do like investigation check or?
I'll just describe it to you. Uh, it is a iron reinforced stone slab of wall. It sticks
Mhm.
out. It sticks out a few inches from the primary wall itself, but it is clearly this like further reinforced than the rest of the walls, where the other walls um, are like big stone blocks. This is a solid slab of stone that, as
Mhm.
I said, is reinforced with bands of iron.
Do I notice anything similar to it as we did in the second room, where there was a, basically a latch that disenchanted the room? Is there anything similar to that in this
That
room?
I will need an investigation check for, because I'm assuming you're going to be looking
Yes,
around for like panels that open.
that is correct. So I'll be please be good. Oh, dude, bad rolls.
That's not horrible. 13 isn't bad.
At a
Yeah,
plus
but like
7.
in a life and death situation, I think it's not the best. It's not the best.
A
You're
13.
invincible. You won't die.
That's true.
Yeah.
You
Oh yeah.
are you're taking a look through the room, and searching the walls for any kind of switch of some kind. And unfortunately, even like there's an alcove. Um, I should say there's an alcove here now where that creature had been, right inside the wall, and there's an opening there now. Um, and you even explore in there. But you're not finding anything of suspicion. Not with that 13 for sure.
That is an evil DM laugh. Oh my god.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
I do the same thing.
Okay. Since I didn't see the switch, I think what I would do, I would try to do what I came here down to do. I will try. Not. I won't take the scrolls, but I do want to read the covers really quick. Not touch them, but just read and see
Sure.
what they're all about.
There are labels on each shelf of each scroll rack, and the labels are in this are in Sylvan. They're all in Sylvan.
You really make me regret I didn't learn Sylvan, honestly.
Well, we have comprehend languages now.
Has a scroll,
Yes,
but
but we couldn't learn it because 100 gold pieces don't
Right.
have that.
But you can cast it from the scroll.
We can wait and come back later.
Hold up, wait. Can I do the comp? Can I actually cast it from the
You would
scroll?
use if you used it
you would
now.
use up the
you wouldn't be
scroll.
able to. You wouldn't be able to use it later. You could cast it from the scroll, but then
know,
it would destroy the scroll.
And I'm just gonna say this now so that I don't have to go through it later. Why don't I just leave this color coding somewhere real quick so that it makes sense. All right.
While he's doing that, I want to be. Is it possible for me to, like, put a pitten in the wall to make like a way to tie a rope that would be able to climb up and down?
Yeah. Give me an athletics roll to like hammer a pin into the wall.
Oh, I'm great at these. Let's do it.
And
Hey, that's good enough, probably.
Yeah, that's good enough.
I was gonna say, I hope so.
yeah, and while he's doing that, I think I'd like to. While I still have detect magic up, I'd like to go through this room, checking that this stuff down here. The swords are off the button.
Okay, you're gonna hit the button. Give me a D20 roll, please.
Right.
Okay. You enter the room and you turn the swords off. The same Dwergar bodies are piled in the center of the room, covered in blood. The blood is now this dried rust color on the floor of the stone.
Yeah. Feel bad, but I don't know if I want to burn their bodies in here.
Okay, I'm just gonna I'm making this chart right up here, just so that you can see it. I'm going to label these real quick. Where's the text tool? There it is. Why is it doing that? Somebody else use the text tool because the text tool hates me apparently. Can you somebody label the yellow door full, the blue door crescent, and the brown door half?
I've got like 400 fulls now.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. Okay, so now, anytime you see a door with yellow on the inside, it's a full moon door. Whenever you see a blue door, it's a crescent door. Whenever you see a brown door, it is a half moon door. This way, I don't have to like point that out every time.
And going on to this room, the door on the left here does not have a.
Oh, it did.
Crescent.
Yes, it did. That door has... I'm going to replace it. we go. There you go. That should depict everything for you. Hoff, when you move into that room, do me a favor and roll a d20.
Gotcha. Natural one.
Okay.
Oh crap!
That was terrible, dude. 1.
Bad.
Oh, no,
bad.
You
that's-
walk into that chamber, and well, you find first and foremost let's do one of these.
Ooh.
And that
Jeez.
is that is an actively bloody spot on the floor.
Okay.
You mean the
And,
floor is bleeding?
no.
The walls are
Oh.
bleeding.
But you find... Oh, stop doing that. I'm so bad at this.
I don't like that one. I don't know which one you just put down and deleted, but he looks like a scary man.
Oh, it's a Draugr.
You find several Dwergar are in this room, including a body on the floor right beside that green wall of carnivorous plant that has sprung up. They were obviously attempting to figure out the same thing you were the day before, trying to get through that plant wall when you entered into the room, stumbling upon their investigation.
Mm-hmm. As soon as I open the door and see all this, I just take a quick survey of the room and go, ah! And then step back through the door and prepare my action to push them into the swords.
Okay. You
Oh,
hit.
it's off. It's off.
It's
Shoot.
off. Okay, roll initiative. Everyone
Would
roll
I have
initiative.
to-
Just so I can track when and where everybody is going. Actually, yeah.
That's
okay,
not right.
good.
That's not initiative. That's just a D20.
Nobody. Wait, don't roll initiative yet. Unless you have already. No, nobody
Nope.
rolled initiative. Okay, everybody roll initiative now.
Wait, should I do that too? Because I am like in a different room underground.
Yeah, it's just so that I can go in everybody's order, right? So like this way you can continue to do things while the combat is happening. I'll check in with you. You have no idea what's going on upstairs.
Right. Yeah.
But it just lets
Um,
me give everybody a chance to act.
I just want to ask Taylor.
How did you roll a decimal point?
What the fuck?
Huh?
How did you roll a 23.18 for initiative?
Dex
23.1.
tiebreaker.
Yeah, if you keep a dex tiebreaker on, it does that automatically.
Right, but
That-
like decimal points? How do you get decimal points? Wait, how does that work? I don't get it. What do you do?
I believe it adds your dex modifier to the roll.
It's
Oh,
your dex,
okay.
if your dex modifier is a 0.18.
Yeah, but how do you get that? Is it like a special feat or something? Or
I don't know. I just clicked
Oh,
clicked
you
add
rolled
dex
a 20.
tiebreaker to initiative.
Yeah,
So
there's,
your
there's an
dexterity
option.
is a score
There's
of
an
18.
option.
Where's the option? I want to add mine.
It's on the gear icon in the middle where it says attribute options. You'll see add dex tiebreaker.
Is this on
to
the
initiative.
is this on
It's on the Roll20 character sheet.
it's on the Roll20 character sheet. Okay.
That's what I use because that's what I'm most familiar with.
Oh, okay. I'm using D&D Beyond. That's why.
I'm also using D&D Beyond.
same here.
All right. I needed to pull up this, and I'm going to set up our music so that it is thematically appropriate. You scoot out of the room, Hoth, and Taylor, you're still in the other room, kind of watching what Second is doing.
Alright.
So I think at this point you are unaware of what is happening.
Well, can I still use my turn to just tie a rope off and throw it down?
Yep, absolutely. You do that.
Okay.
I'm
The Dwergar in the other room. Let's see what they're gonna do. Okay. Hoff. The door opens beside you.
And
And then closes.
oh no.
That's good. You want it to close, right?
No. No, I know this. Oh no. So we saw them attempt to go invisible when we had them in fairy fire.
Oh yeah, right. Oh wait, no, I don't. I think they actually did never actually attempted it because I think they knew they'd be invisible. I mean, it wouldn't work. I think.
And then, yeah, and that is all that happens.
I'm
door
fine.
If you have
opens.
see invisibility, you could use it, right?
I don't.
I have detect magic on.
So you can see their magical auras.
I would have seen their magical auras.
Okay. All you see exactly where they are. They are standing where I have placed them into the room. You see
Okay.
their auras.
Would he have gotten an attack of opportunity?
You would have gotten at least one. Yeah. Which one do you want
I
to hit?
could have, but
Yeah.
since they're not attacking me at the moment, I'm actually gonna not attack them.
You don't want them to know that that you can see them.
That I can see them. Yeah.
Oh, dude, smart.
Okay.
Yeah. Sneak
Uh,
attack them.
Rowan, again, you are unaware of what's going on in the other room.
Well, I am completely unaware of what's going on. So, well, I'm going to metagame and blast the door.
Good. Sounds
What?
good.
I just where I'm probably just going to hang up a hole, and I guess see. I mean, I guess walk aimlessly. In
Okay.
all honesty,
Sure.
because
that's fine.
to walk around the room aimlessly. I don't know what's going on. I have no clue Hop's in danger.
Right.
I
right.
still detect magic active, but I can't see the magic aura through the wall.
You can't. That's right. Second, you are still down below. You've been looking around the room for a switch of some kind, if you could find any. But you said you were going to try something else.
Yeah. You said they were the texts were in Sylvan, right? But you said like Elvish was a branch of Silver, so Sylvan. So can I try to depict some words by any chance or not?
Sure.
If it-
Go ahead
yeah.
and give me like an intelligence, just a straight intelligence roll as you're trying to decipher some of these words.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
Okay. Who's moving 155 feet?
oh, Rowan, sorry. I meant he was just walking aimlessly around the room, so I just had him walk aimlessly around the room.
Understood.
He still reached that obviously in one turn, but just want to be a bit more fun about it.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
absolutely.
I won't do it again if it bothers you. Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's really funny.
No, I thought it was a joke.
I just saw the. I didn't see what you were doing, and then I saw the comment in chat, so I wasn't sure. Second, so you, which of these bookshelves do you want to be looking at when you're trying to decipher things?
I'll be organized and I'll just start with the first one in the
Okay.
row.
Yeah. The shelf says, abjuration.
Ooh. Oh. As Second sees this, he has a guess as to what the others might be, and he gets excited. So I guess he's excited for now. But real quick question: this yellow door, I assume it is a door of full moon, right?
It is.
Okay, so it is the door of like power, as we agreed. I should probably later on try to go through it, but can I still do something else, or is it?
Well, your action would be like deciphering the script on this this shelf here. That would be your action. So you still have movement and a bonus action.
A bonus action, okay. Can I use my bonus action to decipher this shelf, or is that not gonna work?
Sure, you can move over here and try to read it. Go ahead and give me a roll.
All right, perfect.
You're not quite sure what this one says.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll go over to Hoff. What are you doing?
Yeah, so it's my round in initiative, huh?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to just shift over one spot and press the button.
Okay. The swords on the wall immediately spring to life, detecting this Dwergar that has wandered deep into the room. Actually, it's invisible, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. As soon as this Dwergar enters this, walks past those doors, it is no longer invisible. And once you hit the button, it becomes invisible again, but the swords spring to life.
Okay.
Use the pit of the Dwergard.
It's not like a enter the area of effect and take damage.
No.
Or start. Maybe start his turn or something like that. I don't know. Whatever works. Oh jeez, I'm so scared.
I don't know. Well, look at this way. If we only have to deal with two Dwardrager, whatever now.
Deep dwarves.
Of course, technically I would say not dwarves.
Dark dwarves, deep dwarves, gray menace, little gray rodents with beards.
Miniature Santa Clauses.
Miniature Santa Clauses, miniature cloud giants,
Gnomes.
gnomes with beards.
No, they're
deep dwarves.
Right, deep dwarves. Deep dwarves is good enough. So these swords come swirling off the walls.
Jeez, that's a scary sight right there.
Question on rules.
Yeah.
I forget what pushing a button is. Would Hoff still be able to try and push one of the other
No,
evil
it'd be an
dwarves in?
action.
No, pushing the button is interacting with an object, so you could still
I can still shove a boy?
you could still shove a boy.
I'm shoving a boy.
All right, go ahead and make your opposed athletics check to shove the dude.
23.
You got this.
84.
Yeah, this this Dwergar. Are you pushing this one here? I'm assuming.
Yeah, the one on the right here.
Okay. Yeah, he goes moving 5 feet forward into the Ginsu Knives of Death. Let me roll their initiative and see when they're going to start swinging and swirling. All right.
Quick question before we forget. I actually do forget this, but does Hoff get an attack opportunity since he shoved the dwarf, or does that not count? Is that away from him, or does that not count?
That you never get an attack of opportunity for.
If it gets forced out of attack of opportunity range, I don't think you get it.
You do
No,
not.
if it's forced out, no. If it's willingly moving, then yes.
The swords come to life, and the dwarf that is invisible, they ignore it as they come to life as he becomes invisible again. Okay, because the anti-magic field simply suppresses his invisibility while he is in it. The swords, however, begin attacking this Duergar here. Coming around him and each making an attack.
It's like white blood cells. They're just like.
So that's gonna do. Let's see, what is his armor class? His armor class is a 16.
Flying sword. Isn't there like a monster that can fly with flying swords monsters? I don't know if that's
Yeah,
the thing.
there is,
Yeah.
but I don't know if this is that.
So-
It could be, but I don't know.
2 of the swords hit him. He defends against 2 of them. But he takes 9 damage as one stabs into his shoulder. And he screams out in rage and frustration. And then, are you moving at all? Hoff?
No, I'm staying where I am.
Staying right there? Alright. The Duergar then get to move. I guess this one's just going to rush at you and attack you, coming out of invisibility and striking at you with his war pick, slamming for an 18 attack roll.
Yeah, that's.
And dealing 8 piercing damage as the blow lands solidly against you.
Yep.
Taylor, you now hear the sounds of combat coming from the room beyond.
All right. I'll open the door and go, oh god! Then I run up behind the Duergar.
There are spinning swords flying through the air in this entire area here. Like, literally, they are flying around all over the place, moving constantly. It's like a freaking blender of blades flying through
Literally
the air.
a blender.
Yeah.
That's what the oh god was for, not the Duergar.
Yeah. What's more scary, the actual dwarves that want to kill us, or a literal blender?
Yes, it is a literal blender. Okay. Taylor, make your. What are you doing now that you run into the room and you see these Duergar and these swords?
I am taking 2 scimitar attacks against the Duergar.
Okay. Make your strikes.
Okay. Boom. Oh!
That's a critical.
I think that's the first critical attack of the entire of the entire game's campaign, actually.
No, not the entire campaign.
You slam your blade into the hilt, dealing 13 points of damage to the creature.
Okay. And 19. I hope that hits.
The 19 absolutely hits for 7 more damage, and he is bleeding all over the place, clutching wounds and spitting curses in Undercommon.
Okay.
The Duergar spellcaster that is over here, considering itself invisible, decides to get out of the Ginsu Knight closet, still invisible, and will move up to here and back the hell through this door.
Good choice. Oh, we can't see him do this.
Off can.
I would be, because I have still got the.
Actually, you can take an attack of opportunity, I think, if you like.
Oh, I would have to make a concentration check for that. So I'm gonna make my Constitution saving throw. Yeah, I save.
Okay.
Because
You
it's
do.
10 or
You do save, yep.
8.
Rowan, you can also hear the sounds of battle from beyond.
Okay, before I forget, did Hoff choose to make an attack of opportunity against the invisible spellcaster?
Oh
I
yeah,
think
that is your choice. You can see
Hmm.
where he is.
Do it. Free.
Brain him.
I think I'm gonna hold us the pain, because if he's going that way, then maybe we can track him and see if they have a way through that the green there, or if he has a way to get out. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
Or
save
you
my
could beat
reaction.
the secrets out of them.
All right.
Yeah, that's fair
s-
too.
So, Rowan, what would you like to do?
Well, I hear that what I do here turns a battle.
Oh yeah, you hear swords clashing, and remember Taylor went into the room, rushed into the room, and when the door opened, you could hear like a bunch of blades.
And
Okay.
and you heard me say, "Oh God." Or I guess technically Taylor would say, "Oh gods."
Yeah,
sorry.
that's true.
Sorry, range character time. I'm trying to figure out like where I have line of sights on each of the two dwarves still in the room.
Sure.
I'm trying to figure that out since as I do a sharpshooter, I'm trying where it would still be fine for me to hit them without worrying about that.
Right. That's fine.
I'm guessing here I probably could not reasonably see any of them right now. I would think.
Well, the door's closed. The door doesn't stay open. Like you'd have to push the door open.
I thought Taylor.
She opened the door. Oh yeah, I guess. I don't know, Taylor. Would you have left the door open? It pushes in towards you, so you kind of like went in and to the left. Are you holding the? You have both scimitars in your hand, though, right? So
Yeah, I doubt I would be holding the door.
or not necessarily holding the door, but would you have left it open?
Yeah, I wasn't worried about closing it.
Okay, so yeah, it's open. You're kind of trapped in that corner between the door and the wall. Then.
I'm trying to think. Where I'll joking aside, I'm joking aside. Do I line of sight on any of the other dwarves here or not currently?
Oh well, let's draw a line. So, through this door, I would say yes. You
have
have
to be
line of sight to
closer.
this, but it would get cover, but doesn't from you. You have line of sight to both dwarves, I think.
Okay, and I do have, and I have sharpshooters. So
You
I
have
think I ignore.
sharpshooter, so you don't have to worry about cover. You can just shoot them.
Okay, I'll stand here so you can. And this guy's currently surrounded by 3 swords. This guy's attacking my. This guy's. But in this guy's attacking my crew. I'm going to try and shoot him.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, and he is wearing a shield, right?
He is wearing a shield. Yes, that is correct.
Okay, you're not going to sharpshoot shot that thing, because it'll probably miss. The 25 hit.
That will hit. And you hit him with your lightning, and the lightning just like causes him to spasm and flail, and then he falls to the ground, unconscious.
That one's already unconscious.
Yeah. Well, that
I did crit on him.
Yeah. He got crit on. Remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
The swords continue to ginsu this Dwergar here, flying at him, and
Are they close enough to hurt
Actually,
me?
that's not true. They don't go past this, the doors, right? That's as far as they go. So what they're going to end up doing is flying in and out, each one making an attack, and flying in and out of the same space, if you get my meaning. Like 3
Yeah.
will attack him and then move away, and then 3 more will fly in and attack him and move away, and then 3 more will fly in and attack him and move away until he is just completely and utterly turned into a pool of blood.
Pile of mincemeat.
He'd have to be
Once-
very lucky to not get hit by some of them.
Yeah, as soon as he is down, the swords then fly back to their positions on the walls and hang themselves up.
I'm very considerate of them. By the out of sheer curiosity, do the swords show any signs of blood on them, or are they not affected by the blood stains? Just out of sheer curiosity.
You see that you see that the blood stains them as they strike it, but then as soon as they hang themselves upon the wall, you watch. It's like the blood doesn't dry on the swords, right? It just kind of like, you know what rain looks like coming off a windshield covered in Rain-X. Yeah, that's exactly what happens with the blades.
It's hydropellant.
That's spooky.
That's pretty
Um,
cool. That's really cool.
And they hang themselves back upon the walls as if they are simply decorative blades of fine quality. Second, what are you doing down here? Are you continuing to study these scroll cases?
Probably yes. But
Okay.
second notices the yellow door, and he remembers that this room is under the first room, and that there was another room under the second room. So he's guessing that the room that Tech fell into must be through this door. Um, but before going in, I think I will still want to check out the rest of the book, so I move on to here,
Okay.
and I try to again try to decipher the Sylvan to the best of my
Sure.
ability.
Go ahead and give me an intelligence roll.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes.
Yeah, so okay. This one let's see. This one has you read the word evocation upon it.
Okay, so by now I guess that every shelf has a different school of magic with different scrolls in that school of magic. For my bonus section, I will move on here, and again, I will do the same thing. Try to decipher the meaning.
Okay.
Let's roll.
So I will let you know that each of these so this one each of these shelves here
Mm-hmm.
have you realize as you're looking at them they have 4 shelves on them, and the top 2 have a label in between them, and this one, the label in between them is abjuration, but then the bottom 2 also have a label in between them. So you just noticed this second label. So there's 1, 2, 3 shelves that have 4 shelves that have 2 labels on them, and then this one only has a single label. Okay, you can't read the labels on the label that you were looking at this shelf, though. You're not sure how to decipher how to decipher it.
Okay, I can decipher that one. So roll the 6. Yeah.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
but can I look to the store really quick? Just look through it, or would that take an action to look
You're
through
gonna
it?
push open the door and look through it.
Just really quick, just take a peek, I guess,
Okay.
to make sure that my
You can push open the door and take a look inside. There is a room there. Oh, no, that's not what I want. You find a room here, and you see the hole that Tektite fell through, and you see several cases of like several of those glass cases, or those cases with invisible walls holding artwork, all in this alcove here. And you see another one of these constructs is patrolling this room as you open the door. When you open the door, it rushes towards it. You are not here. It doesn't see you, but as soon as the door opens, it goes to rush through it. So
can I jump back, or will it hit me?
yeah, it's gonna go on its own turn. So it sees you, and you can see that it doesn't see you, but it sees the door open and it reacts. So it'll go on its turn, and you will have an opportunity to try and get out of the way.
Okay.
Hoff, what are you doing?
All right. Yeah, I guess seeing that this is all over, I'm going to deactivate the button again,
Okay.
and then I am going to make my way through here, seeing where he's gone.
Yeah. There's no one in that room. Oh, well, no, you do see him.
Yeah.
He is kind of like, as soon as you move into the room, he's like standing right by the door, and as soon as you move into the room, he slams his war pick down.
All right.
Breaking his invisibility.
That's fair.
And that's an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Yep. And
Actually, can I? I'm going to use my reaction to cast or do my feature warding flare to give him disadvantage on this roll.
okay. What's your armor class?
14.
Okay. He still hits you. I
right,
rolled
that's
an
fair.
18 and a 17. So he hits you for 5 points of piercing damage as he slams his war pick down on you as a reaction
right.
to you coming into the room.
Yeah, and then I'm going to use my action to unload a. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll unload a guiding bolt into him then.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
So
That
that's
you
15 to
cast
hit.
your guiding bolt, and it strikes for all 17 points of radiant damage. And you see, you just see the radiant energy slam into him, hitting home and disrupting his air of calm confidence, turning it into just a look of shock. These dudes are dead. Okay. This creature comes rushing through this door as he sees it open. So go ahead and make a dexterity roll to get out of the way. Second.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
Don't fail me, dexterity.
Dex save.
What did I get? Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
So
Dex
you-
save? Or
Yep. That's fine. Just keep that. You move out of the way as it comes rushing through the door and begins looking for whatever opened the door. Let me see
Okay.
this guy real quick.
please don't tell me you can see illusions and invisibility, because that would
Okay.
not bode well for me right now.
We've been able to see
Good idea.
no matter illusion.
Okay. Taylor, what is it you are doing in this situation?
I'm gonna rush in after Hawk.
Okay.
I believe moving in the same space as a player makes it difficult terrain. So I
could
can
also
only
have moved just a little bit more forward. Well, it's not my turn.
yeah. So I can move right here.
Sure.
And
That's good
I'm
enough for
gonna-
you, though, isn't it?
Yeah, because he's gonna take 2 slicey.
You also have advantage on the first hit because
Because of
bolt.
guiding bolt.
I
Oh,
really need to do this, but can you see invisible creatures?
It's not invisible anymore. It made an attack.
yeah.
Oh, right, my bad.
So
Uh,
first one has advantage.
Yes, it does.
And the second one does not. That sucks.
So the first one hits for 9 points of... or no, did you roll the damage for that? You didn't. You did.
I did
6.
for the first one.
Yes, okay, I see what it's doing. Alright, so you deal 6 damage to the creature.
Yes.
And he now has a gaping scimitar wound in his body. As you slash into him, he's going to respond by enlarging. Just he speaks a word in Undercommon, and suddenly he grows to fill the full height of this room. Rowan, they've moved on to the other room. You see Hoff
Hey.
blocking the doorway.
Okay. Question. Would I be able to see, still attack the rear with sharpshooter? I mean, it is kind of giant, so it makes it a bit easier to see.
Yeah, I will let you absolutely hit that using sharpshooter, because you can get around whatever cover he would have.
Right, right. I think the idea is that if I can see him in some way, I can hit him.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I accidentally X'd out of my roll beyond sheet.
No worries.
It did not work. Yeah, that misses. I build that one.
Yeah, you hit Hoff with it for 7 points of lightning damage as you attempt to shoot through the doorway and around him.
Thankfully, the 1d6 at the end of it is optional.
So Hoff, suddenly Rowan moves into position, aims above your head, and hits you right in the side of the face with a ball of lightning.
I like to imagine lightning bolt actually curved, like cartridge, like it aims down, and curves down and hits off for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
Like a lightning rod, essentially.
Yep. The flying swords are no longer active. You even shut the trap off, so they are fine. So second, what are you doing? I'm sorry, I hit the button one too many times.
Okay.
Sorry, Hoff.
Right now, I just really want to find a way to turn this machine down. So second thinks of the best way he could do that. So he guesses that there might be a switch in the box that it came out of. Can I do an investigation check for any kind of like switch or?
Yeah, go ahead. You're taking the long way around, I'm assuming, and you're still invisible. So.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. Intelligence check. Did it come out? Oh no, it didn't. Why not? Let's see. What about now? Oh, it made 2. Never mind. Yes, so I guess the lower one.
It would be it'd be the 7. You don't see any switches in that room. There's no panels or switches that you can see. You're looking around, and it's just all stone bricks.
Okay. Shoot. Okay. Let's see.
It rushed into the room looking for you, and as soon as it saw no one in there, it slowed down and began patrolling slowly. It like turned around to head back into the other room.
Okay.
Just so you know.
If I did that, I guess I'll just go back to trying to read the titles if I can. You said the bottom one, that there were, for each shelf, there were 2 descriptions, right?
Yeah, there was a second there was a second one below it. I will also tell you that that even though I didn't have enough space, you can like when you looked in the other room where that creature was, you could I need my pointer. This wall here.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a wall, just so you know. You can see beyond that. This hallway this area goes down for quite a ways, maybe another 60 feet beyond this point. It goes straight back. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay. 60 feet. Okay. All right. Whew.
If you spent your turn searching for that switch, that's probably your turn, just so you know. Because it takes time to look.
I know, yeah.
Okay.
But it's a bonus action, right? Or can I take
No,
that?
I mean, if you have a spell or ability that lets you use a bonus action, I'd let you use it. But trying to decipher more words, I'm going to say that you'll probably have to wait until your next turn. Okay. Remember, it's 6 seconds. It's not a lot of time.
Yeah.
Hoff?
Ow.
I forgot to I forgot to account for the new studs in your leather armor. Everyone actually says that. I forgot to account for your new studded leather.
Yeah. Ow. So I'm going to. I don't want to burn through too many spell slots if we're going to continue to be in here. Shoot. Screw it. I'm going to cast command on this guy
Okay.
and tell him to drop. Or not drop. Grovel. Grovel's the one.
With
Gravel?
the scroll, or do you have that on your?
No, as my own thing, not with the scroll.
Okay. He makes a wisdom save. Is that
Yep.
right? Yeah.
AC 14 or DC 14.
He rolls exactly a 14.
Dang it.
Shrugging off your command as the power rings out of your word, it seems to just have no effect on the creature. This stone defender looking around, seeing that you are not that you are invisible, and seeing no one in the room, returns to the other room to continue its patrol. Taylor?
You know what I gonna do?
I have the feeling you're gonna spin your scimitars in a dangerous fashion.
I'm gonna do a Beyblade. Let it rip.
Oh God! Please just roll.
Just
Send the Draugr back to the Shadow Realm where it belongs.
So I'm gonna walk right here just so he don't get caught up in my Beyblade. Even on an accidental crit fail.
Yeah. People
Don't jinx it, please. It already happened once.
Just
Yeah,
please
you're gonna
continue to
clip
hit your allies. That strikes the Dwergar, and in spite of his great size, you hit him. You hit him in a place where it's going to do some permanent
the
damage.
sun don't shine.
You strike his femoral artery, and he immediately shrinks down and falls unconscious.
Oh,
You continue slashing the body, apparently.
Yeah. Then you cut his head off.
Do it again.
Well, I did like a Beyblade and I wasn't paying attention. I
No,
accidentally cut his
it's
head
just
off.
you're just
Don't do it
spinning.
that
You're
way.
just spinning, and blades of fury are slashing into the Dwergar body as it shrinks down. And yeah, you are left in momentary silence. If you don't mind, I am going to ask that we take a short break.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like great time.
Be right back, everybody.
Yeah, we'll be right
Perfect
back.
time to take a break.
Time
After
to
these messages.
get some water and
Boop,
stuff.
boop, boop, boop.
We'll be back.
Water time. Water break. He's a good boy.
Hello, we are back. When we last left off, the heroes had encountered a few Dwergar, still continuing to explore these ruins that they have made their way into, and they dispatched them with some trickery, utilizing some of the traps that were in Mythfont. But you find yourselves back in these rooms. Second, still exploring down below. And what exactly is your plan from here?
Again, I will keep exploring. As I said, I do still want to. I know this seems sound like a broken
A broken
boombox,
record.
but I really do. I do really want to know what each
Give
shelf
me-
has.
Okay, so you've tried 1, 2, 3, 4. You succeeded at 2. So give me 5 more intelligence rolls to try and decipher these.
Oh, okay, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or is that 6?
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's perfect.
That's 5.
So
Okay.
you decipher 2 more. So you know that the top one here is abjuration. You know that the top one on this one is evocation.
Evocation, abjuration.
So the first one is abjuration. The one below it you're not sure of. The top one on the next one you're not sure of, but you know the one below it is enchantment. The next one, you know the top one is evocation. The bottom one you're not sure. And then on the last one, you don't know what the top one is, or the bottom one. But on the very last bookshelf, there's a scroll shelf. There's a single word, and it says histories.
Oh, and it's one scroll.
It's no. On this final scroll rack here, there's only one label on it, and it just says histories.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all of them in the room.
Wait, didn't you say there were descriptions under the first ones? There were 2 descriptions. Descriptions on each shelf.
There are
right?
on each shelf. Yes, each shelf has 2, except for this one. Okay.
This one has history. I know that this one is abjuration.
Yeah.
Right?
So I will type the ones you know. Okay. Here.
Okay. Cool.
Or this one you know is abjuration, and you don't know what the second one says. This one you don't know. You don't know what the top one says, but you know that the bottom one says enchantment. The next one over, you know the top one says evocation, but you don't know what the bottom label says. On this one, you don't know what either of the labels say. And on this one, you know it says histories.
Okay.
Okay?
I want to be daring and just try to take one scroll and see what happens, but I feel like I already know what will happen. So, okay, let's see. Any advice? Anyone? Should I?
Well,
just
they're up
come
there,
back?
so...
Well,
Yeah, you
I've already
do.
told you what I
Nice.
think.
Yeah, out of character advice. If anyone has anything like.
Out of
Okay.
character? I
No, out
already
of
told
char-
you in character.
Out of character, you're not gonna get anything advice from me on this matter until the session's over. Then I'll tell you.
Yeah, you need to either make you need to make a decision as a character and
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay. So knowing what he knows, I feel like second will try to look to second door because he still doesn't know what's there. He knows what this door has. It has a room full of paintings and one of these golems. So he'll try to slightly peek into this one. Open the door and just peek into it really quick.
Okay, so you're gonna open up that door. You see sorry. I have to switch the colors every time. I am planning on making a map for this, so we will have it. But there's a hallway in this, beyond this door, that goes down about let's see. It goes down about 40 feet or so, and then stops in a door.
And now a door?
It goes down beyond this here. Okay, it goes down even further, and then there's another door. Hold on.
Do I by chance see the color of the door?
I mean, you can see the full moon on it.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Here, let me do this real quick, because I think we will need the space for now. Let's open this up. So this is gonna come down about. So this is a 40-foot long, 5-foot hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of it is another... Oh, that's not what I wanted.
The whole thing is a giant door.
Yeah. At the end of it, there's another door. That is a full moon. A full moon door here. At the other end. All right. So that's what you see when you open that door. What are the rest of you doing in the meantime while he's exploring? Because you probably just spent another 10 minutes down there exploring right now. So what are the rest of you doing?
I want to look at this guy.
I'm thinking I'm gonna try and get the light. I'm gonna try and try and at least heal half of it.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna heal me. Uh-huh.
Ooh,
Yes.
the cleric.
Well, yes.
I offer out my arms and the area where he shot me, and I'm just like, go on.
Okay. For the record, out of character, how artificers work is that they are spells. They don't look like spells to the outside eye, just so you know. So I'm gonna do
I'm
this.
aware.
So I'm gonna do is I am gonna cast Cure Wounds, but it looks like I'm literally like a defibrillator essentially.
Yeah.
Clear.
Yeah, he's like putting bandages on you and stuff like that.
Clear.
All right, so you get 10 points of healing, Hoff.
Much appreciated.
I'm essentially electrocuting him back to life, like a defibrillator.
I want to take a look at this guy.
All right, give me a search roll.
Before I forget, I do detect magic still on. Do I see any magic on this guy?
I lost my detect magic because I took.
No, you don't see
damage.
any magic on this guy.
Does he have like a staff or something?
He is carrying a war pick. Yeah. All he's carrying is a war pick and some javelins. He's wearing scale mail and a shield.
I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm tired of carrying this. You take it. I don't want to give you the mail.
I take it and gladly.
That way I can get 55 weight out of my inventory. Get out of here.
I'm running out of weight to hold. But
and you rolled a 9 search. That's all you find on him.
Yeah, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna go ahead and what did you say? What happened when Tektite walked up to this wall of thorn?
He walked up to it, and it's like there's like a kind of a cloud hovering around it, like a you ever see in the spring when trees release pollen? There's like a yellow cloud that kind of hovers around them.
I don't know what kind of trees do that for you, but that does not happen very often here.
Okay, well,
It
Have you ever come
We
out of
did.
your house on a summer day, and if you parked under a tree in the spring, and you've parked under a tree and there's yellow all over your vehicle? That's never happened to you?
No, we get the freaking big, chunky, sticky things that stick to your car and rip off paint when you take them off.
No, I do not have that. Holy crap.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I live down south.
I-
We don't got that. We just have annoying yellow powder to have to go to a car wash for.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah, we've got
I got that
cottonwoods
too.
and these.
That annoying yellow
Mm.
powder, that's like floating and hovering all around this thing. Okay.
No.
It's green.
I'm gonna see what happens, so I'm gonna take this body. I'm gonna throw it in there.
You throw it into the wall of thorns.
Huh.
The body like gets stuck on the thorns, and the thorns are like slowly writhing in a very this very slow alive way, and the body like is slowly like moved is like moved deeper and deeper into the wall, and you just see it like kind of get pulled into the foliage.
All right, guys. Whatever you do not give it the hug.
I kinda
No,
get you.
Tectite already tried that.
That's fucked up. I'm gonna stick my head into the gas and use my unending breath ability to not breathe,
Okay.
and just look and see if that dwarvish body, or if there is a dwarvish body there, because we see a pool of blood.
Oh yeah, there's a second body in there, and it's just like you just see thorns that have or these vines of or I don't want to say vines, but like these thorn branches that have just twisted themselves up and around this thing as tightly as it can. It's almost like it's constricting on the body and piercing it deeper and deeper.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I don't know how else to describe what this would look like, you know?
Like a slow grinding, like
Yeah.
imagine.
Like take 3. Okay. You know what?
Like Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, like those.
Yes.
There you
Yes.
go.
It's like that.
or something going into like a meat grinder or a. Yeah. Oh.
Like take you know how let's say you were braiding 3 pieces of rope together, right? Just think about braiding that rope together around like your finger and pulling tighter and tighter, but the rope has thorns in it. That's basically what's happening to this whole person's body.
Or the rope's a body and it's being braided by the thorns.
Yes, that is exactly what it's like.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Eventually it'll just rip apart.
I don't think there's anything we can throw about this.
Well, yeah, that's a bad image in my head. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess that we
I'm sorry.
can't. I do that to myself all the time. Don't worry. I'm gonna guess that we can't open these doors here until we've. Oh my gosh, people are doing construction in my house, and it's very loud. I'm sorry.
That's
You
okay.
have
I don't
it.
hear it.
We
Okay,
need
that's
second
good.
back for the knock spell, yeah.
I think we can't open these until we actually either knock on it or maybe get the other wards, because that was heavily implied and honestly quite logical. If we release the other wards, these doors might become accessible.
Have you guys examined the full moon doors at all? I don't remember if you looked through them, like really examined them.
We've examined them before.
Like you've opened them and looked at all the sides and everything like that, or just kind of looked at the face of them?
Yeah,
I mean, we've done
we've done that.
one.
I investigated all around the room last time.
Okay.
Especially
Alright.
when we first got here, especially this first door.
Okay, let me give you some information on their construction. Okay, so like I said, they're big metal doors, right? They have handles but no locks. If you look at the side, like the insides of the door frames themselves, they have like what would look like a deadbolt opening in stone, right? And if you look at the side of the door, flush with the door are about 4-inch long by 2-inch wide metal rectangles in two places on the side of the door, right where those openings in the wall would be.
And after that,
Do you
Taylor is going to start walking back.
do you get the image that I'm kind of giving you guys? Does that make sense to
Yeah,
you?
so
I,
it's like
I think you're saying essentially like a deadbolt, but essentially the bolt is missing, if I understand.
Yes. Yeah, there's like two deadbolts in each door without any kind of slide mechanism on either side of the door itself. And again, the doors are these big metal like doors, these thick metal doors. The walls themselves, as you look at the side of them, are like at least a foot of stone, maybe a foot and a half of stone blocks, and the doors themselves are probably 5 or 6 inches thick.
man, that's a lot thicker than I thought it was, but wow, yeah.
Yeah, probably. You know what? The metal doors are about 4 inches thick, and then the metal, what look like the deadbolts are 2 inches thick. So they're about half the size of the door. Sorry, I had to visualize what that size door would look like. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And since Taylor's kind of worried about seconds, since she hasn't heard from him for a second, he's going to come up to the edge.
Okay.
Let's make another roll.
What are you doing here?
Trying to cast minor illusion. Cool. That succeeds.
Yes. He's not below you. You look down in there and you don't see him.
My character would assume that he's somewhere in there and would just do it anyway.
Where are you casting minor illusion?
Probably like right here, like
Okay.
directly below.
You're just casting like a wall there.
Like a 5 by 5 foot question mark.
Sure. Okay. Oh, I gotcha. Second, you see like this 5 foot. You see this big question mark like floating in the air, back toward right by the rope that was lowered down for you. If you're responding, I can't hear you.
So there's a rope I see. Okay. You know
Yeah,
what?
they've lowered a rope,
I'll
and now
do
they
this.
have a
You know,
question mark floating.
All right, fair enough. So before I go anywhere, on this door, how many spell scrolls are there? Sorry, on this shelf. How many spell scrolls or scrolls, just in general?
I'd say on each shelf there's probably like, Let me see. On each shelf, there's I'd say that there's like about 10 to 15 scrolls on each shelf. Although
Holy
several
moly.
of them have empty spots.
But how many? So how many shelves are there?
There are 4 shelves on each rack.
Okay. Now, this is just a general question, but how much can a half elf like me carry with me on my hand? Just that much.
Well,
like,
they're not
so-
they're not in like scroll cases or anything. So if you squish them together, you'll bend them and fold them and stuff like that. You could probably gather a lot, like under your arms, or shove them into your bag, but you might do damage to them in doing so.
All right, I see. Okay, I'm just gonna try this. I'll the section where there's the abjuration spells.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look at the biggest one and just touch it and see what happens. I just really want to see what happens. Let me just risk it. Yeah.
You touch the spell scroll. You touch the spell scroll, and you grab it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Nothing happened?
Nothing's happened.
As you
Oh my
can
God.
see.
Okay, well, I lost connection, I think. Shoot.
No, I hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
Good. Okay. So wait, are you just nothing at all happened? No alarms, no giant robots, giant tech tights coming at me, trying to kill me.
Maybe
Like,
next
nothing happened?
episode.
No spike ceiling coming down or from the sides.
Not yet.
All right. You know what? I'll risk it. I'll put the scroll that I took into my backpack.
Okay.
And I'll touch one of the enchantment scrolls.
Okay.
And see what happens.
So you're walking over to the other shelf to grab an enchantment scroll?
No, I thought there was an enchantment in this scroll. No.
No.
You said there was. Oh, there isn't. It's just all abjuration.
Abjuration on the top, and below it was you couldn't read the one below it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just take it. I don't know. Hopefully it's conjuration. I really like conjuration also. Let's just risk it. Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully the scroll of wish.
Oh, dude. Oh, come on! Don't get me that excited. That would be amazing.
T100.
Oh, yep. I saw it. Yep.
The defenders begin moving into the room.
Okay.
Don't see you. Relax.
You're still invisible.
Wait, they can't see me? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you cast invisibility, man. It lasts for an hour.
But they'll notice the scrolls are gone, right? So they'll like. Will they notice the scrolls? Yeah,
They're just machines.
probably
They don't know. You don't know.
They know something's been disturbed, but something's been disturbed. But beyond that, you don't. I think we can start safe that they don't know. I mean, all joking. Okay, all joking is. Never mind. Look, I don't know how intelligent they are. We don't either. Okay, so let's just see what happens.
All right. So far I have 2 scrolls in my hand, right?
Yeah, so far you've picked up 2 scrolls.
Okay. All right. I have a backpack on me. I have a scholar's backpack. So, as you said, if I shove a few in, I'll get a good number of them. So, I'll take the bear. I'll really quick maybe take 3 more really quick. Just maybe 3 more scrolls and just get on the rope or just climb for my life. Just if that's possible. Yep, there they are.
Go ahead, make a give me roll a d4.
D4? Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like.
All right, so 3 scrolls are the number of scrolls you shove into your bag before you get terrified enough. Terrible enough that it would that you would run, and now make a climb check to see how quickly you climb up the rope.
Is that I don't have that. Is that a thing? Climb? I don't.
I'm sorry. Make a roll an athletics check.
Okay, yeah. Oof. Oh, guys, this. Good luck to me. Oh, good luck to
believe in
me.
you.
I am a. Oh,
there it is!
Oh,
Woo!
oh,
You get up
yeah,
there.
wizards can shine. All right.
You get up to the upper level.
Oh wow,
Pure
that's
fear
great.
and just adrenaline rush.
Yeah, exactly.
It is. It really is. Dude, I literally have 2 tektites going after me. Like, how am I gonna face that? Oh wow. Okay, so I come out with sweat pouring down me, and I just fall down the floor on the cold.
You gonna
You
drop
want
the
invisible
invisibility? Because we can't see you still.
Oh, yeah. You
Well,
can't see
technically,
me
well,
still.
don't forget, I detect magic. I see the invisible aura.
You would, but are you in that
And
room though?
I have line of sight to see him, one.
oh, okay, yeah, yeah,
Oh.
but yeah, after I calm down, I can just
Drop
just
it.
cancel the spell. Like I
Sure.
can do that. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
I just see the rope
Yeah.
like move frantically. I'm just like, huh?
Yeah, I'll see a roll of like just climb up the rope, essentially. But yeah,
But after the fear is gone, I will try to read at least one of the scrolls while we have time, or yeah, later on. But since I just came up and I am no longer invisible, I feel like you guys have some questions.
I guess I do see you. So I saw. So take it you found some stuff down there.
I found a lot of stuff. Guys, you don't believe it, but there is just rows and rows of shelves with magic scrolls. Unfortunately, there are probably, I'm not sure if they're war forges, but there are definitely iron golems protecting the shelves. They're maybe, if not as terrifying as Tektite, they're definitely terrifying though.
Can you describe what they
Well,
look like in comparison? I could probably tell you if they're Warforged or something different.
Hmm. Well, they're not as humanoid as Tektite. They're a little more bulky from what I saw. They had like different parts sticking out of their heads, and they were mostly made of steel, as far as I could see,
And stone.
and stone. Oh, and stone. Yeah, steel and stone.
If I had to guess, it sounds like a golem.
Should
Well,
we not take care of him then?
I don't know.
well,
Like as from what I understand, as a from what as a wizard, their golems can be very powerful or very weak depending on the person who created them. And I mean, if we're led by Myrwyyn, he probably created some very powerful golems.
Can
I'd
I?
also like to make out the point that we are here to observe and see what's in here, less than collect. These golems are here for a reason, or these constructions are here for a reason to keep us out.
Hmm. But if we are to be kept, no, if didn't if you guys do not remember, but maybe you forgot, but the first time that sorry, what was the person's name? The first the person.
The what?
The coyote that we had, the one that put the geas on us.
Zazaka?
What happened?
He's gone completely silent.
What was her name? Sorry. Yeah.
Whose name?
The person we met at the temple.
The Kodal?
Yeah, correct.
Yes.
Okay, so she said she told us that uh we can take the stuff as long as we don't use it for selfish gains or try not to use it for on the more evil side. She never said that we can't actually take anything from the temple, from the wards.
No, but my worry is that things like that may be able to track us and follow
Kill
us
us. Yes,
and kill
I
us.
see your
Yes,
point.
very possible.
I see your worry. Yes, it would be good if I stop here for now. 3 scrolls is already good enough. It is. I'm very lucky to have stayed alive this long in that room.
As I see him come up, I'm gonna pull up the rope.
Okay.
Should I pop a shot at them?
One, two,
Do
three.
that.
Testing. Testing. 1, 2,
Yeah, we
3.
hear you.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Sorry about that. My internet sputtered for a bit. That's why I suddenly vanished to finish.
Gotcha.
So what I missed?
He came up the rope and we talked about things.
No, I saw that. I heard. I think I mentioned the golem last, and then I vanished.
Yeah. He
What?
was just saying that. He was saying that maybe 3 scrolls. The 3 scrolls he's grabbed is enough for now. He doesn't want to push his luck. Essentially.
I think we need to get through more of this to find out how to get to the next doors.
Just maybe
What? Cut out.
okay. This may be risky, but I have. If we all go down together, there is only 2 golems as far as I can see, and I feel like together we could probably take them down. If 2 of us take on one of the golems, 2 against 1, we might be able to get through them.
Is that what we want to do?
Hold my hand. Do you have any? Do you see any specific markings on them? Anything that lets you judge their strength? Because a golem can be as powerful as their creator wants it to be. I do believe that Myrwyyn could have made him beyond her capabilities at present. Do you have any do you have any indication of any markings that would indicate how strong they may or may not be?
GM, did I see anything particular about the golems?
I'm gonna try and grab you an image so you can see what it looks like.
Because it was like a full iron golem, then it's very powerful. Like
I think
those
if
guys,
you right-click the token and then click Show to Players, it'll give us a little zoom in.
Oh, you're right. It would.
I mean, out of character, I know it wasn't full on iron golem because they're large. That wasn't, but that's out of character.
Right.
I think they're less golems, more just constructs.
A golem is a, but like
More
I said,
general construct instead of a, full on golem.
I mean, I think we still have to clear them in order to get to our next.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I got you covered. I want to pop it on the screen so that people watching can also see what it looks like.
Oh, it's more of a robot.
that is a Hulkbuster right there. Oh my god.
That is what it looks like. It is a medium-sized creature, so it is about as tall as Tektite. And there you go.
Okay, well, I guess I'll go ahead and describe the features to Rowan. As far as I could see, it was a medium construct looking like Tektite. It had 2 shields, giant shields on its arms. Again, it was made of ironstone, and it had some particular designs. Like it had some interesting designs on it. But yes, that's one more thing. It had 1 head and one. It didn't have any eyes that I could see, so that's all I can tell you.
This point, Rowan strokes his chin. I could only make vague guesses. It doesn't sound like any golem I've ever heard. And if what you describe is gears, what you're describing as maybe it's more mechanical in nature. It might not be magical at all. However, and this is a big however, if it is a golem in some fashion, well, golems are notorious or infamous for having one thing in common: they all resist magic. Like magic doesn't work on them as easily. I don't know the full details though. Just it's a sort of famous feature about them. And the the fact they can be other, I think I'm using a clue from Myrwyyn.
But one thing's for sure.
Yeah, that's fine. You can use a clue. Go ahead. Say what you were saying.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah, they couldn't see me as when I was invisible, so they themselves probably can't use magic.
That's true. I'd also wager most likely they probably don't have good hearing either. I mean, being invisible is making you inaudible. Are you saying anything, Mark? If you are, I can't hear you.
No, I was not. I'm sorry. Okay. So the person with the next attack is going to get a d6 extra damage to their roll. Whoever makes the next attack. So based on what he's describing, it does sound more mechanical in nature than anything. Give me an intelligence plus proficiency. So basically make an intelligence save.
Okay, and that's
what's that?
with the clue, or
Yeah, I'm gonna give you I'll give you the amount of information you would have with the clue. I'm allowing you to do this because you're an artificer, so you might be able to put some clues together to figure out what kind of construct this is. Oh, nice. Okay. So I'll pull up the character sheet and I'll tell you a little bit about what you would know. It doesn't sound like a golem to you. Okay, it sounds like you've heard of constructs that were made of clockwork and machinery as an artificer. They do run on magical energies, and they do have some resistance to magic because of it, because it is a construct. They are, but if it is that, it is essentially like a smaller stone or iron golem. It doesn't have the same power. It doesn't have the ability to do some of the things that those types of golems can do. But they are they should be very difficult to disrupt. However, if it is mechanical in nature, that means that they always have the ability to malfunction, as mechanical things do. But that's kind of your insight. It's not a golem. It's definitely some kind of a mechanical construct based on what Second is kind of telling you.
okay, and I believe the fact that it has two large shields means it probably has whatever, like a very large AC.
You could definitely assume that these things sound like they are made to be tough to destroy.
As I really information about them, I do think that they resist magic probably to an extent. They're probably not going to easy to destroy. I think maybe and the problem is that if we attack one, I think the other one will probably show up too as a good guess. Okay, as far as why it might disrupt them, that's harder to say.
If they're mechanical, as you say, then they must have a weakness.
Well, yes, it is, but the problem is that if you, but the, yes, it is, yes, but whatever that weakness would be is beyond. I would not be able to tell. Would not be able to tell you at a glance, likely, especially since machines like that are simply very, very rare. Keep in mind that artificy in general is not a common art.
It is not.
And a machine like that, I wouldn't call it necessarily the height of artificy, but it's definitely in the upper echelons. You don't see these things made every day.
So what do you guys think we should do? What should be our course of action?
About how much time, Mr. DM, has passed at this point?
I would say you've probably been down there for at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half, probably closer to an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we can either get into combat with these people, these creatures, or we can retreat and get Tektite on the next day.
I'm gonna have to apologize. I think I'm gonna have to cut it short tonight. So my wife is not feeling very well, so I think I want to give her an opportunity to get to bed early and take care of the kids.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna cut it short tonight. I think this is a good stopping point where you guys have a decision to make.
I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to go back and get Tektite regardless.
Yeah.
Because he's
I agree,
a major
yes.
force.
Okay. So why don't we say this? You guys decide that it's a good idea to gather all of your companions before going forward. That maybe this place is a bit more than you anticipated that you can handle on your own, and it might be a good idea to maybe come back in numbers. In any event, you will head back to the ship, and we will pick it up next time. And I do apologize again for cutting the stream short, and for for a shorter session tonight. but we'll pick this back up next week. I hope you had fun. I hope everybody out there enjoyed watching.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dio, and we will. I'm pretty sure it's allergy related. Sometimes it hits her really hard, but yeah, I will see you all next week. Thanks for joining us.
Like, subscribe, everybody. Like, subscribe.
Absolutely.
Like and subscribe. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I hope your wife feels better, Mark.
Thank you.